Orthopedic pain shouldn't disrupt every part.
It's time for Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Baseball is brought to you by Bank West, Beck Motors, Avera, Todd's Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Stulkin Peterson, Walti & Jones LLP, Graham Tire, and Kruger Contracting.
That one out to left field. That's down for a base hit. Pierre will take the lead. Grounding third, trying to score is Kaiser. He will slide in safely. A 2-out, 2 RBI single for Zabel in the 7th, and Pierre takes a 4-2 lead.
And by American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Yay Gare, May Adam, Wagner Auto, Comtech, Gales Gas, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Agtegra, and AGE Corporation.
3-2 pitch. Stalley, fly ball to left field. That should be deep enough to win the ball game. Kaiser will tag up from third. The catch is made. The throw coming to the plate. 10 in a row for the Governors. They scored 3 in the 7th inning. Stalley with a walk-off sac fly.
Pierre Governor Baseball is also brought to you in part by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, True Green Chemlawn, Nystrom Electric, Fisher Rounds, Faith Lutheran Church, Graham Tire, and CHS River Plains.
1-1 pitch. Fly ball to left field. Merkwan going back on it. Still going back. He's up underneath it. And for the first time in history, the Pierre Governors win the Class A State Baseball Championship. A dogpile ensues near first base.
And by Lamb Motors, First Dakota National Bank, Edward Jones Financial, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. Now, let's head to the booth with the call of the game with the voice of the Governors, KCCR Sports Director, John Winkler.
And a beautiful night for baseball as we welcome you here to Huron as the Pierre Governors take on the Tigers in a single varsity game as the Govs will be looking for their 5th win of the season at 4-2. Huron Tigers still looking for their 1st win of the season as we welcome you here to Clock Field and a beautiful night for baseball. It's the best day yet, so we're looking at maybe some better temperatures on Friday and Saturday coming up this weekend, but we do have a great day of baseball in store, great night of baseball in store for you here from Clock Field in Huron as the Governors they faced Huron the last couple of years, but it's been a few years since we've been here in Huron. The last time we were here, it was snowing and a very cold night for a doubleheader of baseball. The Governors swept. That was back in 2021. So it's been a while since the Governors have been out here, and they get a chance to play just one varsity game. The JV team got the win earlier just a little bit ago. We're getting set for the varsity game here this afternoon or this evening, and the first of 5 games this week for the Governors. It will be back in the Sioux Falls area, taking on Brandon Valley on Friday, and then Jefferson at the Sanford Sports Complex on Saturday, as we'll have the first games ever for the Governors to play at that complex. But that'll be 2 doubleheaders for them on Friday and Saturday. Well, they got to make sure they take care of business here today. The Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. The Tigers at 0-4 have some pretty good pitching. Jack Peterson will be on the mound. He gave up 4 runs in his first start, but he'll be back at the mound after pitching last Thursday in a tightly contested game between Huron and Brookings in that doubleheader last Thursday, which the Bobcats won both games. But the Tigers, their pitching is one to make sure that the Governors hit well against and see well against. The hitting-wise, the Tigers are struggling to get out of the gates hitting-wise, under 200 as a team batting average, where the Governors hit the ball really well. In their 4 wins so far, they've hit the ball very well. They've hit the ball well in one of their 2 losses as well, but that 10-0 loss to Washington, really the only blemish in the 6 games they've played so far offensively. So strikes will be key. Cooper Twilliger will be on the mound for the Governors. Strikes will be key for the Govs defensively to make the plays, as well as also at the plate. Make sure that you're getting your swings in, but to make sure that you limit the Huron Tigers. Don't let them get going offensively either. Make sure you're throwing strikes. Don't let them get free base pass, free base runners. As again, we mentioned it throughout the season that when the Governors are going to play their best, they're going to throw a lot of strikes because we're not worried about them hitting Yeah, it'll come in and out at times, but if you continue to throw strikes, you're going to be in every single ball game that you play because the hitting will keep you there, and the Governors want to continue to do that here tonight against the Huron Tigers. We're just about 8 minutes away from first pitch. We'll take our first break here in the pregame show. When we come back, we'll run through the starting lineups for both teams. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Back here at Huron and Clock Field as we continue our pregame show. Let's get you the starting lineups. First for the visiting Pierre Governors. George Staley lead things off. He's the center fielder. Dawson Getz will bat second and play short. Jed Sable, the right fielder, will bat third. Ridge Lineback, the third baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot. Nolan Peterson is catching and batting fifth. J.J. Buchholz will be the first baseman as he'll bat sixth. Miles Doyle, the DH, batting seventh. Grayson Hunsley will bat eighth and play second base, and Spencer Easlin will be the left fielder batting ninth for the Governors. Cooper Twilliger is on the mound, and he will not be in the order and would have to stay in the ball game as he's not listed as the pitcher DH, so it will be Twilliger on the mound in the American League, actually I guess just a general major league lineup. For the Huron Tigers, Trace Wentz will lead things off. He's a center fielder. Bubba Peterson, the shortstop, will bat second. Peyton Bischoff, the right fielder, will bat third. Gabe Waldner, the third baseman, batting fourth. Logan Leyendecker, the left fielder, batting fifth. Jackson Matkey, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Carson Evans, the first baseman, batting seventh. Colton Ogle, the catcher, batting eighth, and Jack Peterson is the pitcher on the mound for the Huron Tigers. The lefty is out on the mound, so it looks like we are getting set for first pitch a little bit quicker than I thought maybe we would, but that's okay. We're getting set for the ball game here tonight between the Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. As we get set for first pitch, Jack Peterson, we mentioned it earlier, he had given up just 4 runs, 6 runs, only 4 earned runs in his first start, which came against the Brookings Bobcats last Thursday. He threw 4 innings. He threw 88 pitches, 6 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. He did hit a man, so that ERA is at 7, the whip at 2.75, and the batting average at 353 against. As a lefty will get the start here in our lone varsity game, and George Staley will be the first man to greet him as we are just about set for first pitch. First of 5 games this week for the Governors. Again, they will be on the road on Friday, taking on Brandon Valley in a doubleheader. And then on Saturday, we'll be in Sioux Falls, as it will be the Jefferson Cavaliers that will be hosting the Governors in that doubleheader at the Sanford Sports Complex. All 5 games here this week will be on YouTube, on KCCR Radio, 1240 AM and 98.9 FM, as well as also on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We are outside tonight, but it's a beautiful night as we are set and ready to go. George Staley will make his way here to the plate. And Staley will get us started here tonight. He is hitting .389 so far to start this season. 3 doubles, 4 runs driven in for the leadoff man as the first pitch will come in. Swung on and a little dribbler in front of the plate. Picked up by the lefty Peterson, fires to first, but he fires wide. Staley will round first on his way to second. He will round second on his way to third as the right fielder and Bischoff will get to it. And it is a leadoff error that will turn into 3 bases for George Staley. First pitch was at 6:58. And Staley is on over at third to get us started. It'll be an error on the pitcher. So already early trouble here for the Huron Tigers. Dawson Getz will come to the plate. An early RBI opportunity. First pitch to Dawson Getz. He'll swing and miss for strike 1. I want to mention it's 61 degrees here at first pitch. Winds are blowing out of the west, 9 miles an hour, just gusting at 14. We don't talk about wind gusts at 14 miles an hour. The 0-1 pitch. This will be popped up on the shallow center field. Behind second base, the shortstop, and Bubba Peterson will go out to make the catch. And the lead, and there is now 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And it brings up Jet Zabel. So 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the first. And now it's going to be Zabel to the plate. Zabel so far .353 batting average, does have 2 doubles and a triple in his 6 hits. 5 runs driven in. That is a team high for Zabel through the first 6 games. The first pitch will miss low for ball 1. Runner on third, that is George Staley, who led off the game on the first pitch. Reached third after the throwing here from the pitcher Jack Peterson as Zabel fouled the 1-0 pitch away, and the count's now 1-1. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. With Jen Hanna back at the station, John Winkler here on this Tuesday night. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss low, and a good block there from the catcher and Ogle, and the count's now 2-1, although didn't feel good for Ogle, and the mask comes off, the glove comes off as well, and he'll catch his breath. Gives us a chance to go around the horn defensively. It is Logan Leyendecker in left, Trace Wentz in center, and Peyton Bischoff in right. Gabe Wallner is the third baseman, Bubba Peterson at short, Jackson Matke at second, Carson Evans at first, Colton Ogle behind the plates, and Jack Peterson is on the mound for the Huron Tigers. Governors are hitting .305 as a team, an on-base percentage of .432 so far through 6 games. And if you would take away one of those 6 games, being the 10-0 loss, that average probably shoots up quite a bit for this Governor squad, as they have been a team that is, again, we talked about that they will hit the ball well throughout this season. And in their 5 games, if you take away that 1 game, well, it doesn't shoot up a whole lot, but .323 batting average. And if you take away the 2 losses that they have, they're hitting .348 when they win as a team. And, well, when you aren't winning, you're only hitting .190. So, again, that's kind of the game of baseball. When you hit the ball well, you're going to win a lot of ball games. Don't hit the ball well, hit under 200. Going to be tough to win a lot of games. The 2-1 pitch will miss outside. They're inside. And the count's now 3-1 here to Zabel. Good to see Ogle feeling better and back behind the dish. 3-1 pitch to Zabel. Ground ball to the right side. That will score the run of Stalley. The throw from Mackey to first will be inside, but it is an RBI ground out for Jet Zabel, and the Pierre Governors strike first here in the top of the first inning. And it'll bring up Ridge Linebach with nobody on now and 2 away. You have the RBI ground out to Zabel. And so we restart here with nobody on, 2 away. And Linebach will pop the first one up. The right side will get out of play. Just barely got out of play. Just past the first base dugout as it is an 0-1 count. Linebach followed by Nolan Peterson, J.J. Buckles, Miles Doyle, Grayson Hunsley, and Spencer Easlin. To round out the order for the Governors, here's the 0-1 pitch. That is outside. The count is now even at a ball and a strike. So 1-0 lead, unearned run, although Peterson ended up getting the error that forced Stalley on base. So it would have been a tough play. We'll see maybe here if the official scoring maybe has it as a hit and then an error. The 2-1 is outside. The count now goes to 3-1 here to Linebach. And again, Nolan Peterson is on deck. They do have it scored a hit and an error. So it does go as a base hit for George Stalley. That is outside. And that is ball 4. And there's a runner on first with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Nolan Peterson, the catcher, will come to the plate. Peterson had a really good weekend with the fact that he had 5 hits on that Friday in the doubleheader sweep for the Governors over the Lincoln Patriots. First pitch to Nolan Peterson will catch the inside corner for strike one. .438 batting average through 6 games for Nolan Peterson. With 6 hits, 1 double, 4 runs driven in. He has scored 6 times. That pitch will skip in and blocked up by the catcher in Ogle. One inside, and is now 2-1 here to Peterson. Guy that is hitting himself into the lineup every varsity game so far. You're hitting .438, and you're going to find a spot to play, whether you're catching or maybe DHing or playing second. You're going to find a spot as he swings and misses, and the count's now 2-2. He is doing the catching tonight with the freshman Cooper Twilliger on the mound. But if he's not behind the plate, he's finding a spot somewhere in the lineup. 2-2. He'll swing and miss and strike out this time, and that will retire the side. Here in the top of the first inning, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We have played at half an inning. It is a 1-0 lead for the Pierre Governors over the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute. You listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 lead of the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, as it is going to be top of the order for the Huron Tigers. Trace Wentz will lead things off. He's a center fielder. Bubba Peterson, the shortstop, will bat second. Peyton Bischoff, the right fielder, batting third. Gabe Waldner, the third baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot. Logan Landecker, the left fielder, batting fifth. Jackson Mackey, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Carson Evans, the first baseman, batting seventh. Colton Ogle, the catcher, batting eighth. And Jack Peterson is the pitcher, and he is batting ninth for the Huron Tigers. A old school National League lineup with the pitcher batting ninth even. Not the Tony La Russa St. Louis Cardinals pitcher batting eighth type lineup, but the normal old school National League lineup. But it is going to be Cooper Twilliger on the mound for the Governors, as he will get the task of his first start of the season. This is his second appearance, though, and in that first start, he only threw 14 pitches, or he threw 55 pitches, facing 14 guys. But he gave him 1 hit, 1 unearned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. All of them were looking. A ERA of 0, whip of just 1, batting average against it 0.83. That came in 3 innings of work in that win against the Sturgis Scoopers back a couple Fridays ago, right before Easter. As Trey Wentz will come to the plate to lead things off for this Huron Tiger squad, who has struggled out of the gate sitting-wise. I mentioned that in the pregame. 178 batting average overall as a team through their first 4 games of the year. 200 batting average for Trace Wentz as he'll look at ball 1 as that comes in high from Cooper Twilliger. 200 batting average for Trace Wentz. He's got just 2 hits, no RBIs so far, has scored a run. And that leadoff spot, as the count's now 2-0, as that one misses low and away. Trace Wentz, Bubba Peterson, and Peyton Bischoff. And again, a team that's not a whole lot of guys. You know, Jack Peterson, even though he's only had only 5 at-bats, but he's 3 for 5. He's sitting at the bottom of the order as one misses, and the count's now 3-0 here to Trace Wentz. But not a whole lot of guys that are hitting the ball solid. Bubba Peterson, who's on deck, he is hitting .444 as he will come to the plate with a runner on first. With nobody else, a 4-pitch walk from Cooper Twilliger. And now here's Bubba Peterson. Just mentioned, .444 batting average. 2 doubles. Still has not driven in a run, though. He's walked 4 times. And this is, again, a team looking to find ways to hit with the runners in scoring position. Obviously, that first pitch is fouled away. Nobody in scoring position right now, but just 121 with the runners in scoring position. And just 4 extra base hits as a team that's, again, tells some of the story of why Huron is struggling out of the gates. This will be flown out into center field. Backing up is Stalio at the top, was able to make the catch. That one was shooting out on him pretty quick and had to reach his glove up at the last moment to make the catch. And he'll bring up now Peyton Bischoff with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. As Bischoff hitting just 100 so far, 1 for 10. Looking for his second hit of the season. It is Spencer Easland out left, George Stallion center, Jet Zabel in right, Rich Leinbach at third, Dawson Getz at short, and Grayson Hunsley at second. With J.J. Buckles at first, Nolan Peterson behind the plate as he catches strike 1 from Cooper Twilliger to the number 3 hitter and Peyton Bischoff, the right fielder. Twilliger will get the sign. Here's the 0-1. That'll get to the backstop away from Peterson and to second, and now there's your first runner in score position for the Huron Tigers.
Over second on a wild pitch.
And it's a 1-1 count, and again a 121 batting average with runners in scoring position. This is where the Huron Tigers, they want to start winning some baseball games, have to be a little bit better. A runner on second and 1 away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled out of play. That's going to be now 1-2.
Return that foul ball to the concession stand for
the Cars lined up, as you just heard the PA say, watch the Cars. The Cars lined up on the first base side. Not a bad viewing of a baseball game, but you do put the vehicle in a little bit of danger territory. 1-2 pitch, check swing, did not hold up, did Bischoff, and a good off-speed pitch from Twilliger to strike out Bischoff, and there's now 2 down, and it'll bring up Gabe Waldner, the third baseman. Back those 3 years ago when it was as cold as it was, there was not very many people in the stands. They were all sitting in their cars. And a couple people honked their horns. That first pitch will miss high for ball 1. And told them they need to honk their horns if they're listening. So if anybody is listening, we'll hear it about 30 seconds after we talk about this. We want you to honk your horn if you're listening on the first base side. 2-0 count to Gabe Waldner, the third baseman for the Huron Tigers. And the runner on second and 2 away. 2-0 pitch. That'll catch the outside edge, and the count's now 2-1. Here to Waldner, who is .250 batting average. Looking for his first RBI, his second hit of the season. There's a curveball and a swing and a miss. A pitch in the dirt and a good curveball there from Terwilliger. Had Waldner fooled. Now he's a strike away from working around that 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Here's a 2-2. Here's a fly ball towards left center field coming in. Stalley, that's going to drop in for a base hit, and they will send the runner. The throw will be off the glove of Buckles, which will get the runner to second. But that runner had stopped at third. It was a good throw from Stalley, but Buckles came in just a little bit too late, and when it went off of his glove, it allowed the runner from first to head to second. And so there is second and third now with 2 away. First hit of the ball game, but Stalley did a good job of getting that ball back in quickly. And it will be most likely an error also charged to Buckles as the first pitch is outside for ball 1, allowing that runner to get from first to second. First pitch from Logan Leindecker is missed for ball 1. And he's 1 for 10 on the season, looking for his second hit as it counts now 2-0. Jackson Matke is on deck. He would be a guy that could come up with bases loaded. Twilliger doesn't have to give in to Leindecker in the order right now. There's a swing and a miss. Powers the fastball by him for strike 1. Sun is setting behind us, so those fielders at third and short and in left are going to have the hardest time trying to pick up the baseball, as that will miss low for ball 3. And I know you can't see really, you can maybe see a little bit on YouTube right now. Dawson gets it short. You can see the reflection of his sunglasses on the top of his hat. You're at the spot where the sunglasses don't really help you. That one is just outside for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. And then Jackson Matke will come to the plate. That sun probably just at the angle. Maybe it's a little bit farther down or just away enough that they don't really even see that sun hit them looking in at home plate. But when you get that sun as low as it can be right now, that it really, the sunglasses just make you can't pick up the ball coming off the bat. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Same will go for Spencer Easlin. If that ball is out in left center field, I think he's got his sunglasses on, but that's in left center field. That's probably the hardest spot for him to try and pick up the ball, maybe even down the third base line. 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled right back to the netting. The count's now 1-1. Bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Twilliger gave up a leadoff walk, a 2-out single, and then a walk to Leindecker that loads the bases. And early trouble here for Twilliger trying to work out of it. 1-1 pitch is on the outside edge, taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. And a strike away from getting out of this first inning with that 1-0 lead intact. Twilliger will get the sign. He'll come set. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. Dawson gets will field. He'll go the short way to second. Hunsley will catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the first inning. So no run score on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 3 men left on base. After 1 completes, it is a 1-0 lead for the Governors over the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute, and you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
It is the top of the second, and it will be 6, 7, and 8 here for the Governors as they lead at 1-0 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Schiffelbein scoreboard. J.J. Buckles, Miles Doyle, Grayson Hunsley. Anybody reaches base, Spencer Easley, the number 9 hitter, will come to the plate. So J.J. Buckles will get a chance to swing the bats, who got to see time in almost every game last weekend, but was pitching on Friday in both games. And for Buckles to have his third official at bat, looking for his first hit, swings to the first pitch. That is down the first base line, but it is foul, just barely foul. And first pitch swinging and reaching for it was Buckles, and the count's 0-1. No Matthew Brewer in the lineup and on the roster for the Governors here today. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Peterson. Inside, and it's now 1-1. That gives Buckles a chance to play first base, get a chance to swing the bats. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. He did get hits. He was playing in, or got a chance to hit in the JV game. He got hit near the left wrist. Seems to be okay. Obviously is okay with the fact that he is in the starting lineup. Everything seems to be okay. 1-2 pitch. He'll swing at that one. Flying out towards right field. Bischoff is underneath it. The leadoff man retired to open up the top of the second inning.
Right field for the first out. Brings up your DH.
And here is now Miles Doyle. Doyle, the DH, here in game number 1, or actually our only game of the day. He is 167 batting average, 1 for 6 so far. Does have 2 runs driven in, though, does Doyle. The starting pitcher on Saturday in that 10-0 loss, but only gave up 2 runs as he'll rip that one down the left field line. That is fair, just down the line. Doyle around first, on his way to second. He's got himself a stand-up double.
Miles is in
and his first extra base hit season, the first extra base hit of the season.
14, Grayson Hunsley.
And now it's Grayson Hunsley that's got a chance to drive him in. And first pitch swinging there from Miles Doyle. And again, these guys aren't afraid to swing the bat early in counts. We've seen both guys this inning swing at the first pitch. Buckles only almost put it down the right field line. Then Doyle does put it in the left field line. First pitch is out high and outside to Grayson Hunsley for ball 1. Hunsley hitting .250 so far in the season. Does have a double, 2 runs driven in as well. Governors have driven in 34 of their 40 runs. This will be off the end of the bat and foul to the first base dugout. And the count is now 1-1. Again, a team that's hitting .305 coming in. 34 runs driven in of the 40 runs that have scored so far in the season. They're hitting .323 with runners in scoring position. That one off the end of the bat again by Hunsley as he fouls that one back to the backstop, and the count's now 1-2. And guys are, whether they have a whole lot of at-bats with runners in scoring position, but when they do, they're making the most of it. As here's the 1-2 pitch. Hunsley with a ground ball to the left side, fielded by the shortstop and Bubba Peterson. His throw across is in time to retire Hunsley, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the second. And now here's Spencer Easlin. And Spencer Easlin will come to the plate as he is sitting .267 on the season, 4 for 15 overall. 3 runs driven in. All 4 of his hits have been singles, but a base hit and another single could add on to his RBI total, as the first pitch will miss low for ball 1. With Doyle standing at second, Easlin's got a chance to drive him in and extend the 1-0 lead here for the Governors. The 1-0. That'll bounce in, and a good block there by the catcher in Ogle.
Nice Blocked by your catcher.
And the count's now 2-0. And this Huron team 0-4 on the season, a doubleheader sweep from Brookings, and then got beat by Yankton in 2 games. Being outscored 21-1. Then misses low and outside. The count's now 3-0. 10-0 and 11-1 loss. In their 2 games against the Yankton Bucks, 11-0 and 10-1. This will be ball 4. Missed easily. It got away from the catcher, and to third will go Doyle. And so it's now first and third. And we get back to the top of the order for George Staley. It was a base hit for Staley,
George Staley,
as he was able to get what was going to probably beat the throw. It was a tough play already for the pitcher in Peterson. But the throw then got away from the first baseman, which allowed Staley to go from first all the way over to third. End up scoring on the RBI ground out from Jed Zabel as the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. One of 2 hits so far for the Governors, and a third one will score Doyle over at third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be taken for a strike, and the count's now even at a ball and a strike. See if maybe Spencer Eastland takes off at some point in this at-bat with the top of the order right now. 1-1. That'll miss low and inside, and the count's now 2-1. So far, Eastland has stayed put on the first 3 pitches of this at-bat. Again, you can get him in score position, but you take the risk of ending the inning with your leadoff man on base. 2-1 pitch. That'll bounce in just a little bit away from Ogle, and Eastland read it well, and he'll scoot into second base, so no need for him to steal on the pitch. A wild pitch puts 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs and a 3-1 count to George Staley. On deck, Dawson gets. One of these 2 guys will be tasked and or come through with an RBI. Here with 2 outs in the second inning. 3-1 pitch from Peterson. Staley with a ground ball to the shortstop. It'll be fielded by Bubba Peterson. His throw to first will retire Staley, and that will end the inning.
Shortstop at the third and final out, leaving 2 stranded.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position. Governors lead at 1-0 at the end of an inning and a half. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag chemical and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag chemical and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
There's only a split second to decide if the pitch is good or not. With skill, some luck, and a prayer, the bat connects. The ball goes soaring over the fence. The sense of joy and excitement is contagious as we cheer for another Pierre home run. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. I want to invite you to join us to experience the joy of worshiping God. We thank Him for the home run moments we have in our lives. We hear His comfort and peace when it feels like we've struck out. We're glad to see you at Faith Lutheran Church.
As we welcome you back, it is a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second on American Family Insurance. Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. 7, 8, 9, Carson Evans, Colton Ogle, and Jack Peterson. Anybody reaches base. Trace Wentz, the center fielder, will come to the plate, and the leadoff man in the batting order. Twilliger was able to work around a bases loaded jam in that first, as the first pitch will be upstairs for ball 1 to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the second, and Carson Evans, the first baseman for the Huron Tigers. A couple of games have gone final across the state. We'll tell you that here in just a moment. As there's a swing and a miss from Carson Evans, and there is a 1-1 count. Evans, 143 batting average so far, 1 for 7 overall. Doubled in his 1 hit so far the season. That one on the outside edge and taken for a strike. And the count's now 1-2. here to the number 7 man. Twilliger looking for his second strikeout to retire the leadoff man here in the second. 1-2 pitch. Comes upstairs on a bad spot. Trying to get Evans to maybe chase the fastball right around the eyes. Evans started to go. His shoulders started to turn, but did not swing. Here's a 2-2. That's upstairs, and the count's now 3-2. Here to Carson Evans. 3-2 pitch. Missed for ball 4, and that's the third walk issued from Twilliger. And the leadoff man is on to start the bottom of the second, and it's going to be Colton Ogle to come to the plate. Yesterday we had Harrisburg beating Sioux Falls Jefferson 14-2. That was the lone game that was played yesterday, and again we'll see Jefferson on Saturday in that doubleheader. Earlier today, Brandon Valley, they beat O'Gorman 3-1 in a nice, close, tight game. And then T beat Lincoln 3-2. T is now part of Class A this year in baseball. As the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Colton Ogle, the catcher. And then Brookings had beat Washington 10-3 just a little bit ago. Roosevelt and Yankton playing right now. It's an 8-7 lead for Roosevelt. I want to miss low and away, and the count's now 1-1. Jefferson also playing Mitchell. That's Mitchell's first game of the season. It's a 6-0 lead for Jefferson. We'll see Mitchell coming up on the 22nd, that Monday, after the home opener on that Friday, as there's a pitch right down the middle taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. So those are your scores across the state right now. Colton Ogle is down the count 1-2, and he'll fly that one out towards right center field. That one will bounce in, but Zabel will flip it to second, and it'll be out at second. It'll be a fielder's choice, and it'll go down. Zabel one hop scooped it up in right field, and Carson Evans, who could not go to second, he had to make sure that ball got down, otherwise he was doubled off at first. By the time that he knew that ball was going to get down, he ends up being thrown out at second on a 9-6 fielder's choice. And there's 1 on and 1 out here for now the pitcher and Jack Peterson. And for Ogle, he was robbed of his first hits in an odd fashion of being odd, robbing your first hit. CJ Gainey will courtesy run for Colton Ogle as Jack Peterson will come to the plate. Peterson, the team high batting average at 600 right now. He's just 3 for 5, but still hitting the ball well in the number 9 spot for the Huron Tigers. It's not a bad spot to be at. If you're going to hit 600 in the 9 spot, put yourself in a pretty good opportunity to basically have a double leadoff now here in the second inning. First pitch is over for strike 1. Here to the number 9 hitter and Jack Peterson. So again, now it is Gainey on at first, running for Ogle. Here's the 0-1 instead. Twilliger will step off. Shadow's not much of a factor hitting-wise, but Twilliger stands on top of the mound, and his shoulders and head are still in the sun a little bit. Probably does not really affect him too much. The count's now 1-1. For Peterson, when he gets back on the mound, and probably even in that inning, he wasn't in the sun. Just that's how big Twilliger is. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Peterson was well behind the fastball from Twilliger, and the count's now 1-2. Not necessarily a strikeout spot, but you'll never turn down an opportunity to get a K, especially with the leadoff man, Trace Wentz, on deck. Ground ball would be even better. 1-2 pitch. Curveball that didn't break. Up high and outside. The count's now 2-2. There are no numberings out in left center and right field to tell you how the distance is. 2-2 is upstairs, but it's now 3-2. But by the looks of where the fielders are playing and how the wind is, that it's a long way out there in the left and center and even down the right field. 3-2 pitch taken for strike 3. The throw to second. The tag applied. They got him. It's a strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. A strong throw from Nolan Peterson. The second time the last two set of days that Nolan Peterson has been able to throw someone out at second. A strikeout of Peterson as he took strike 3. And then a strong throw from Nolan Peterson to get Colton Ogle or CJ Gainey out at second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 2 completes here in Huron. The Pierre Governors lead the Tigers 1-0. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Top of the third inning, first pitch coming in to Dawson Getz. He'll foul that one back as we open up here at the top of the third. And a 1-0 lead for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Getz 0 for 1 so far as he popped out of the shortstop on the right side of second base. He'll swing and miss in the 0-1 pitch, and the count is now at 0-2. Here to the Governors shortstop, 2, 3, and 4 to start the top of the second, to make the top of the third. Getz, Zabel, and Leimbach. Anybody reaches base, it'll go to Nolan Peterson. A shake and then a nod from the pitcher Peterson. The 0-2 pitch taken to the top of the zone on the outside edge for strike 3. And Getz has gone in 3 pitches to start the top of the third inning. And that is the second strikeout of the ball game now for Jack Peterson. And now it's Jed Zabel. RBI ground out for Zabel in his first at-bat. Got the chance because of the throwing error from Peterson on the infield single from Stalley that allowed him to get to third, and then Zabel grounded out to the second baseman to score Stalley and bring in right now the game's only run as the first pitch is missing low and outside for ball 1. And the Governors will be on the road Friday and Saturday. Brandon Valley Friday nights. Jefferson on Saturday. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, fielded by Mack on a high hop. And there's now 2 down.
Brings up number 13, Ridge Leimbach.
Here in the top of the third inning, and it will bring up now Ridge Leimbach, who was without a at-bat so far. Drew a walk in his first trip to the plate. 5 o'clock first pitch on Friday, and that doubleheader from here on out will be doubleheaders the rest of the way, outside of barring weather or anything like that, as the first pitch is grounded fouled on the third base line from Leimbach. But it'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch in Brandon on Friday, and then a 12 o'clock first pitch against Jefferson on Saturday, with both second games to follow. And we'll have those 4 games for you on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's the 0-1 pitch. They'll miss low and outside. The count's now 1-1. We're at the Sanford Sports Complex on Saturday. The game against Jefferson. I don't believe that we'll be locked out of the press box in Sioux Falls this time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is outside. The count's now 2-1. Leimbach looking to start something here with 2 outs at the top of the third. Peterson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the third inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch, maybe the 2-1 pitch. This will be popped up, foul territory, right side, long run for everybody coming in, and it will drop between both the first baseman and the catcher. Might have hit the glove of Evans, either that or the catcher Ogle. And it's now a 2-2 count. And a break there for the Governors and for Leimbach to get another chance. Looks like both guys were hard at it and then a little bit nonchalant trying to make the catch, maybe thinking the other guy was going to go get it. 2-2 pitch, won't matter anyways, as Leinbach will try to hold up, does not, and strikes out swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the pitcher Peterson. We've played 2.5, 1-0 lead for Pierre over Huron. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 0.9% APR for 60 months. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Top of the order here for the Huron Tigers as we start the bottom of the third. It is Trace Wentz, Pubba Peterson, and Peyton Bischoff. Anybody reaches base, Gabe Waldner will come to the plate.
Top of the order.
As Trace Wentz, who led off the bottom of the first in a 4-pitch walk, looking to see his first strike as he comes to the plate. 1-0 our score, 1 run on 2 hits for the Governors. No errors so far for Pierre. That'll be popped up on the first pitch. Foul territory, long run for Buckles, dives, and he just can't make the catch.
Nice try by your first baseman. Pierre.
Might have almost skipped into his glove, but either that or went off the glove and bouncing out, and J.J. Buckles gave it a long run, and great effort there by Buckles, and just couldn't quite come away with the play. So there's 0-1 the count to Trace Wentz. Twilliger from the windup, 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. Again, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base for the Governors so far. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 men left on base for the Tigers. That one is outside. The count's now 2-1 here to Wentz. Leadoff man has reached base on a walk in both innings so far. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside edge. Taken for a strike. The count's now 2-2. And Twilliger looking for strikeout again, looking for strikeout number 3 now. He did strike out Peterson. Part of that strike him out, throw him out to end the bottom of the second. With a 2-2 pitch, misses low and outside, and it's now a full count here to Wentz. 3-2. That'll be fouled back. And it is a full count. Still, kind of had a nice catch by a fan on the other side of the press box. Count remains full. 3-2 pitch again. That is taken high and outside for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk.
Number 22, Bubba.
4th walk issued by Twilliger here in the start of the 3rd inning, and it's now Bubba Peterson. Peterson flew out to the center fielder Stalley in his first at-bat. As you look out at center field, Stalley has got his glove. Well, now he's got the glove up near the side of his face. That first pitch is over for strike 1. And again, when the sun sets behind home plate, off to the side, whatever it might be, where guys are positioned, Zabel and right, Hunsley at second, Buckles at first, not really going to be bothered by it, but Stalley and Easland both having to fight the sun. This will be flown out to Zabel. He'll back up and he'll get turned around and he'll make the catch as he reached up at the last moment to make sure he can make the play. And there is now 1 down to bring up Peyton Bischoff. The tough play for the right fielder in Jet Zabel. So now here's Peyton Bischoff, struck out swinging his first at bat. There's a ground ball to the right side. Buckles will field. He'll turn. Then he flipped and he's lost the handle of the ball as he tried to get it from his glove to his hand. As he was turning around, it slipped up in the air. And it'll be first and second now with one away.
Third baseman, number 14, Gabe.
And now here's a Gabe Waldner that will come to the plates. And a tough break for the Governors in for Buckles, who made a strong play, made a good fielding play, just couldn't turn in time or turn with the ball in hand. As it's now Gabe Waldner who got a base hit. This will get away from Peterson, and to second and third will go the runners. So now Huron's got two runners in score position trying to take their first lead or at least tie the game up. It'll be ruled an error on Buckles, so second and third after the wild pitch. 1-0 pitch. That is on the outside edge and a strike, and the count's now 1-1. So both teams now with an error. We'll see with the infield drawn in all the way around. This will be popped up, fouled straight back behind us. And the count's now 1-2. Got a chance for a foul ball. Got to be hit just right. Floated up over the screen. Maybe got a chance to try and catch a foul ball. Here's a 1-2 pitch. This will be popped foul. That'll get out of play again on the right side. And it remains at 1-2. Infield is in all the way around. They know how a 1-0 lead, how important it is right now in this game, that a ground ball, you don't want to trade out for a run. A strikeout would be huge here for Terwilliger. 1-2 pitch, and Waldner just stays alive as he was able to foul that back. That was above the strike zone, but he did get a piece of it. On deck is Logan Leindecker. Terwilliger looking to retire. Waldner, 1-2 pitch again. That'll be a curveball that didn't really tempt the zone and spun its way into the dirt on the left-hander's batter's box, and the count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Terwilliger. Huge strikeout. There's now two down, and that allows the infield to back up to normal depth. Landecker's got a chance now to drive in those two runs, but as he drew a walk in his first trip to the plate, but that's a huge strikeout to allow the defense to go back to normal positioning. There's a swing and a foul tip into the middle of Peterson for strike one. See if Terwilliger can fight through another potential not really disaster, but potential danger. 0-1 pitch. That is outside. The count's now 1-1. Governors will have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the top of the fourth inning. 1-1. That one's fouled back to the netting. We'll do it again, but it's now 1-2. And Terwilliger a strike away from getting out of this jam. Two runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the third inning. Second and third with two outs. The 1-2. Swing and a foul tip caught by Peterson. It's a strikeout for Terwilliger. Back-to-back strikeouts, and they escape the jam. No runs, no hits, one error, and two men left on base. 3 completes here at Huron. 1-0 lead for the Pierre Governors at the end of 3. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Wahi Federal Credit Union member? At a Wahi Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Wahi Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Wahi Federal Credit Union.
Top of the fourth inning, Pierre Governors lead at 1-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard, as it is going to be 5, 6, and 7 here for the Governors. Nolan Peterson will lead things off. He'll be followed by J.J. Buckles and then Miles Doyle. And he might reach his base. It'll then go to Grayson Hunsley, number 8 hitter in the batting order. First pitch upcoming to Nolan Peterson. He'll rip that one into right field for a base hit. First pitch swinging, a first pitch base hit for Peterson.
Number 23.
He's now 1 for 2. And the Governors are in business to kick off the top of the fourth. And Peterson continues to swing well to start the season. J.J. Buckles flew out to the right fielder in his first at-bat. Peterson will have a courtesy runner for Peterson. Carson Stosher, I believe, is going to be the courtesy runner. The chance that maybe Cade Kaiser courtesy runs as well, but here's the first pitch to Buckles. That'll get to the backstop. And rounding second on his way to third, that is Cade Kaiser that is out there. He will stand up safely at third.
Going over to third on a fastball.
And so it's a nice start there for Kaiser, who is on the field for the first time this year. So Kaiser doesn't take long for him to get on the field and make a play with his feet, as that one will be taken for a strike. And the count's now 1-1 here to Buckles. And he flew out to right field in his first at-bat, but a chance now for the Governors to take a 2-0 lead. There's a ground ball left side that is off the glove, and that's going to be through. That's going to get the run home, and the Governors will take a 2-0 lead. Kaiser comes around to score quickly, and it's a 2-0 advantage for the Governors.
Number 11, Miles Doyle.
And an air charge to the third baseman, and Waldner, that does not allow Buckles to pick up his first RBI, but now it's Miles Doyle who doubled in his first at-bat. That first pitch is in the dirt, blocked up by the catcher in Ogle, who has been beaten up a little bit behind the plate. Every catcher would probably say they've taken a few beatings behind the plate. Buckles will lead away from first. Miles Doyle now showing bunt. Third baseman coming in, pulls it back, and it is missing low and inside for ball 2, and the count's now 2-0. Jefferson will pick a win after falling in the first game. They beat Mitchell 7-0 in Mitchell's first game of the year. 2-0 pitch. That is at the top of the zone. The count's now 2-1. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on with Mitchell, but their Legion baseball team they're not going to be a Legion-affiliated team this summer. It looks like they still might have a summer baseball team, and Post State will play them this summer. There's a bunt, the perfect bunt in front of the plate, dropped by Miles Doyle. The throw to first will be off the helmet. And it will be Doyle over at first, and it will be Buckles over to third. Doyle with the great bunt to drop it down, and the throw hit him in the back of the helmet, and he is safe at first. Is now first and third with nobody out. And it will bring up now Grayson Hunsley.
Miles on with the throwing air, brings up number 14, Grayson.
Say throwing air, we'll make sure that all scored with a throwing air. Should be a air that will be given. There's a ground ball to the right side. That'll be fielded. We'll get a run home. The only play is to first, and it will be an RBI ground out from Grayson Hunsley. And the Governors now take a 3-0 lead. With a runner on second now with 1 out. So 2 runs have scored in the inning. RBI ground out for Hunsley, and there's one down. It's now Spencer Easlin with still another runner in scoring position. It is an error charge to the catcher. Back-to-back errors by Huron. 2 errors in the inning as Easlin will swing and miss at the first pitch for strike one. Doyle leads away from second. 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss from Easlin. The count's now 0-2. He walked his first trip to the plate, was stranded at second. A chance to extend the 3-0 lead here for the Governors in the top of the fourth. Here's the 0-2 from Peterson. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout of Easlin. 3 pitches, 3 swings, and a strikeout. And now here's George Staley, who is up for the third time. Got a base hit, went to third on the air, scored on the RBI ground out, and then grounded out to end the top of the second inning. That was pitch number 58 for Jack Peterson. He's been efficient, even though he's down 3-0, and all 3 runs have been unearned from Peterson. He's been efficient with only pitch 59 upcoming. Cooper Twilliger, we throw pitch 62 to start the bottom of the fourth inning. There's a little bit of throwing just outside the third base dugouts for the Huron Tigers. Here's the first pitch to Staley. He'll ground that one down the third base line. That will roll foul for strike one. Staley, again, 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Next week, Friday, we've got the Pierre Governor home opener against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We got games this weekend still, 5 and 7 on Friday, and 12 and 2:15, which, you know, the 5 o'clock and the 12 o'clock is the time to know, because we'll just have game 2 following game number 1 of each day. But next Friday, then after this weekend's done, Friday will be the next time the Governors will play with the home opener against Roosevelt. As Staley will take the 0-1 pitch, low and inside. The count's now 1-1. And we have time called to give a mound visit. When you look back to the third base dugout, I don't think it's going to, or is it going to end the day? Maybe that was pitch number 59, so maybe trying to keep him in the pitch count to allow the Tigers to use him another time here still in the next couple of days, but that will end the day for Jack Peterson. So we will step aside for a minute. We'll tell you the changes upcoming here with the new pitcher on the mound for the Huron Tigers at a 1-1 count and 2 outs, and the runner on second here at the top of the fourth. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
We welcome you back here at Huron at Clock Field, as we'll have a couple of substitutions overall, but it will be the right fielder and Peyton Bischoff that will come to the mound to take over for Jack Peterson, who I can only assume that is taken out because of his pitch count and wanting to keep him available for the next couple of days here shortly, as looks like Bischoff will come to the mound. Then it will be Hofer. Hofer at second and C.J. Gainey in right. That will be the changes. So would assume that Hofer will take over in the spot for Jackson Mackey, which then would be the first man in the batting order to start the bottom of the fourth inning. But we'll see here in the game screen here for the Huron Tigers, where they go in the order. But it is Hofer at second and Gainey in right, which Gainey would come in for Jack Peterson. And Colby Hofer in for Jackson Matkey. But it was 60 pitches for Jack Peterson. But it is a 1-1 count here for Peyton Bischoff as the first pitch. Stalley will launch it out to left field. Going back, still going back, looking up. It's off the base of the wall. A run will come in to score. Doyle will come in. Stalley will be at second. He misses a home run by just a foot or two. And George Stalley makes it a 4-0 lead on the first pitch that he sees, greeting at Peyton Bischoff to almost a big fly. And an RBI double for George Stalley. And the Govs lead at 4-0 and still threatening here in the top of the fourth. Well, now the number 2 hitter in Dawson Getz. Peyton Bischoff coming into this game as Getz will turn on that one, but will launch that foul. And it will land in the, look like it landed in the Memorial Field. The Legion Field is to our left. This is where most of the high school games are played. Almost all the high school games are played here at Clock Field, just to the south of Memorial Field here in Huron. That'll be outside. The count's now 1-1 here to Dawson Getz. But Peyton Bischoff was throwing 2 innings in his first outing. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, a walk and a strikeout, the ERA of 0, whip of 1.5, batting average against it 250. But he has given up a hit to start his outing here, as that one is fouled away by Dawson Getz, and the count is now at 1-2. Before we went to break, was talking about the home opener coming up next Friday against the Roosevelt Rough Riders, a 5 o'clock first pitch for the doubleheader. Blake Dean, heard from him. He will join us for the call next Friday night from Hyde Stadium. That will be low and outside. The count's now 2-2. Be good to get Blake Dean back on the call with us and back at Hyde Stadium. All of it is going to be good. Have Blake Dean on the call at Hyde Stadium. Nothing better than home opener of baseball. Dawson Getz will wait on the curveball, launch that to left field. High enough for the left fielder to get underneath the linebacker to make the catch. And that retires the side here in the top of the fourth, but 3 runs score on 2 hits in the inning. There were 2 errors and 1 man left on base. It is a 4-0 lead for the Governors over the Huron Tigers at the end of 3.5. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
As we welcome you back, it is a 4-0 lead for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. As we have 6, 7, and 8. Colby Hofer.
Colby comes in, hit by the pitch.
He is hit by a pitch on the first pitch that he sees.
Carson Booty Evans.
And so it'll be Carson Evans that will come to the plate. So Hofer, Evans, and an Ogle, and then he might reach his base, which we've already had somebody reach base on the first pitch. C.J. Gainey will come to the plate. So Mackey goes 0 for 1 at the plate today. First pitch over for strike one. That was pitch number 63 from Cooper Twilliger. 61 pitches through 3 innings, trying to get through 4 completes. He's got a 4-0 lead right now. Here's the 0-1 from Twilliger. That is outside. The count is now at 1-1. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Jen Hanna back at the station. John Winkley here on this Tuesday night. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball blown by Carson Evans, and the count's now 1-2. A 3-run fourth inning is how we get to this point. After Stallier led off with a dribbler infield single that got to third on the throwing error. As Twilliger will fire the 1-2 pitch low for ball 2, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jed Zabel drove him in, made it 1-0 in the first inning. We remained that score until the top of the fourth. An RBI ground out from Grayson Hunsley and an RBI double from George Staley. That will bounce away from Peterson to his left, which will allow the runner to take second. And it's now a 3-2 count on a wild pitch. Hofer is in scoring position now with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Buchholz had driven in a run as well. Didn't get credit for the RBI, but after a single from Peterson and then a wild pitch that Cade Kaiser running for him got to third. Ended up coming in on the air charge of the third baseman. Count still 3-2 after that last pitch was fouled away. Runner on second, nobody out. Full count pitch. Outside for ball 4, and the first 2 have reached base for the Tigers without having to put the ball in play. And it brings up Colton Ogle, the catcher.
Brings up.
Might see some stirring in the first base dugout. The fact that Twilliger is starting to get close to that 70 pitch count. Buchholz will move in from first base. Third baseman Ridge Linebach staying in his spot right now. One would think Twilliger will have the third base side if there is a bunt drop down from Ogle. He's not bunting and takes strike one. He is 0 for 1, ground into a fielder's choice. And then he was thrown out trying to steal second. Actually, Gainey was thrown out trying to steal second. That'll miss away, and the count's now 1-1. Now CJ Gainey is on deck, the number 9 man in the batting order, with Trace Wentz, and the leadoff man would be due up after that. 1-1 pitch. That'll be outside, just off the glove of Peterson. He'll fire to third. Linebach will have to block it up, and it's now second and third with nobody out. And the Huron Tigers are in business with to try and cut this lead in half right now. Base hit could do that with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Not quite stirring yet in the first base dugout. Thought maybe somebody was stretching in the dugout trying to get loose. That'll be taken for a strike, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the catcher, Colton Ogle. Right now, infield is back, though, with the corners even at the backs. Middle is back, trading out for a run. If it goes up the middle, that is outside. The count's now 3-2. And Twilliger now in danger of walking the bases loaded. A dangerous spot in this ball game right now. 3-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3 on the outside edge.
Brady goes on looking for the first down.
And there is the first down here in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 8, C.J. Gainey.
And now here is C.J. Gainey, who struck it. Well, his spot, Jack Peterson struck out looking, but Gainey now will come to the plate for his first at bat. That first pitch is over for strike 1, and a good start there from Twilliger, who maybe gained some confidence after picking up his 5th strikeout. C.J. Gainey, 200 batting average coming in, just 1 for 5 so far in the season. That misses outside for a ball, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Looking for his first RBI. He's got 2 ducks in the pond right now. 1-1 pitch. That'll miss low, and the count is now at 2 balls and a strike. Top of the order, Trace Wentz is due up next. This is a big spot in the order. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily give in to him, but this is a big out to go get in the number 9 spot. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That was off the glove of Peterson, but bounced right next to him. And the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter in C.J. Gainey. Leading away from third is Colby Hofer. Carson Evans at second. 2-2, a swing and a miss and a strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts again for Terwilliger. It's the second time he's done that in back-to-back innings. And there's now 2 down. That is strikeout number 6 for Terwilliger. And it's Trace Wentz. It's up to him to try and drive in these 2 runs. First 2 reach base with a walk, or the hit by a pitch and a walk. Pass ball made it second and third. Well, the first pitch missing outside to Trace Wentz for ball 1. Striking out looking was Ogle. Striking out swinging was Gainey. And now there's 2 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 pitch. That's going to be upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Wentz so far, he has walked both times he's come to the plate. On deck is Bubba Peterson, who is 0 for 2. The 2-0. That one is popped up, foul territory. That's going to get out of play. And the count's now 2-1.
Concession stand for $1, courtesy of our fall ball sponsors, the Babel Kids.
Terwilliger trying to work around the hit batter and the walk. Just 1 pitch away from doing that, 1 swing away from doing that. 2-1 pitch, that is popped up, foul territory, long run for Buckles. That is going to get out of play as well. And now the count's now 2-2. And a chance for Terwilliger to strike out the side after getting the first 2 guys to reach base and having second and third with nobody out. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of it. 4-0 our score here in the bottom of the 4th. Terwilliger comes set, 2-2 upstairs, and it's now 3-2. And on deck is number 2 hitter Bubba Peterson. There is an open base at first. So while you want to strike him out, you can be pretty fine with it and maybe test a corner somewhere to try and get him to chase. 3-2 pitch. Chopper at the plates. Terwilliger will field to his left. The throw to first is going to be in time, and that will retire the side. Terwilliger gets out of the jam, tiptoeing out of danger at the end of 4 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 4-0 lead for Pierre over Huron after 4. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Beck Motor Company, your local Chevrolet dealer in Pierre, would like to thank all our customers for their business. This year, we are celebrating an amazing 55 years in business. We appreciate each and every one of you. Our family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership is dedicated to providing our customers with top-notch service in every department. We offer a vast inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillac vehicles. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that you will love for years to come. Check out our inventory at www.beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
Are you or a family member receiving Medicare calls asking if you've received your new Medicare card? This should be a red flag, as Medicare is not sending out new cards, and Medicare will not contact you to ask you about your card. If you have, or someone you know has received this type of call and they gave out their Medicare number, please contact the South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
It is the top of the 5th inning, and the Governors have a 4-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. As the Govs are looking for their 5th win of the season, 4-2 on the year here on an 0-4. And the Govs have been able to work around plenty of danger. Jet Zabel lead things off. There is activity, maybe George Stalley making his way out there to warm up in the right field bullpen. Jet Zabel away on the first pitch. That will come in and hit him. And he will take first. First pitch being hit by a pitch, just like it was in the bottom of the 4th inning. And maybe gets the Governors, maybe they're able to capitalize on that with it now being 4, 5, and 6 for the Governors. Ridge Leinbach, Nolan Peterson, and J.J. Buckles. First pitch to Buckles. It'll be taken on the outside corner for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Here to make that to Leinbach, the third baseman. Buckles still a couple batters away. Leinbach is 0 for 1. He walked and then struck out swinging in his 2 plate appearances. That'll miss low and away, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. And it is Stalley that is warming up. Most likely will get the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Eats him up. The throw to second will still be in time to get Zabel out at second base. It was sharp enough that he was able to just field and throw, even though it's bobbled from Peterson.
Brings up number 4, Nolan Peterson.
When it is a fielder's choice for Leinbach, and there's 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, and it will bring up Nolan Peterson, who was 1 for 2. He singled, and his spot scored. Cade Kaiser ran for him and did score in that top of the 4th inning, part of the 3-run 4th. First pitch swinging, and he'll foul that one out of play on the right side. And the count's 0-1. On air at 4:45 on Friday.
The concession stand for $1, courtesy of the Bagel Kids.
From Brandon Valley. Brandon Valley beat O'Gorman in that first game. I believe they might be playing a doubleheader, but they won in that game earlier, 3-1 over the Knights. Peterson with a ground ball, left side, diving play, but through the hole. Seeing eye single for Peterson. He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game, and the guy just keeps getting base hits.
Someone's on with a base hit.
And it's first and second
Number 23.
with now 1 away. And here's J.J. Buckles, who reached on air, driving in a run last time he came to the plate. Okay, Kaiser will get the helmet from Peterson as he will go and run. Kaiser is still dealing with that broken finger, but with the oven mitt on that right hand, that allows him to slide more freely and not worry about re-injuring that finger. Here's the first pitch now to J.J. Buckles from Peyton Bischoff. That is outside for ball 1. Runners at first and second. We might have a car lights on right now. We will try and get
Turn off your headlights.
turn on the headlights. We had that issue a couple of times. Rapid City. And that had it happen a couple of times in Rapid City in that first game of the season. Buckles will sky this one left side. Foul territory. Shortstop with the Alfonso Soriano jump from Bubba Peterson to make the catch.
Pops out to the shortstop. Nice play out there. Good talk.
And there's 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. It will bring up now the number 7 hitter in Miles Doyle. Well, Alfonso Soriano hop to make the play. Coming from the shortstop position. But that was a long run for Peterson. Really good play. Getting to foul territory, going up the line like that. Those are plays that shortstops love to make. That pitch is in the dirt. The throw is going to come over to third. They're going to gun him out at third base. Leinbach is thrown out trying to take third on a pitch that was in the dirt. And that will end the inning here in the top of the 5th with Doyle standing at the plate. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and only 1 man left on base. At the bottom of the 5th, still a 4-0 lead for the Pierre Governors over the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
So George Staley is now on the mound here for the Governors as he will pitch for the first time this season, and as he will take over for Cooper Twilliger, who went just those 4 innings but did not allow a run. And we'll get you the full totals here in just a moment for Cooper Twilliger. But it will be Spencer Easlin out now in center, and Sutton Sunshine
Peterson
will take over out in left. So Sunshine, who hit a home run on Saturday behind the plate, he ended up hitting a 3-run homer. He will get a chance to play the field as he'll be out in left. Everybody else will stay the same. And it'll be George Staley now on for the first time here in 2024. Cooper Twilliger went 4 innings, allowing just that 1 hit, no runs. He gave 5 walks. He also hits a man. It was 6 strikeouts. First pitch swinging to open up. That will be fouled out of play. And it is strike 1 here to the number 2 hitter, Bubba Peterson, that is leading things off. Bubba Peterson, Peyton Bischoff, and Gabe Wallner, the first 3 hitters in the order for. That pitch is over for a strike. The count's now 0-2 here to Peterson. We also have Feenstra in for Ogle behind the plate. Did not see that. As Feenstra was the one that did strike out. As the count's now 1-2 here to Bubba Peterson. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hard, sharp ground ball. That will hop up off the glove of Dawson Getz. Might have hit him above the glove and in the wrist. And Peterson with that sharp ground ball will reach first to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Peyton Bischoff, with Gabe Wallner and
pitcher, number 2.
Logan Leyendecker in the hole. They will charge, or that will be a single for Bubba Peterson. Hit the ball that hard, you get rewarded with the base hit. Getz will say that he should have made the play, but Peterson says I hit that hard enough to give me a base hit. This will be popped up foul. That'll be just to the right of the press box, or just to the right of us, to the left of the press box. And the count is 0-1 here to Peyton Bischoff, who is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first, and he reached on air. Now the pitcher for the Huron Tigers. Didn't close the book on Jack Peterson, who went those 3 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 4 runs, none of them earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Swing and a miss from Bischoff, and the count's now 1-2. So both starters are now out of the ball game. Twilliger leaves though with a chance to pick up the win with that 4-0 advantage on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Staley. Here's a foul that is into the first base dugout off the hands of Coach Cody Sherrow. Or was that Jared Fondness? It was Jared Fondness.
It's just $1.
And it'll be still 1-2 count. Staley comes 7th set, 1-2 pitch, flown out towards right center field. Zabel going over. He'll get over and underneath it. He'll make the catch, and there's one down here in the top of the bottom of the 5th inning.
It flies out to right for the first out. Brings up.
And now here is Gabe Wallner.
Wallner!
Wallner is 1 for 2. He singled back in the first and struck out swinging in the third. To go all the way back to last summer, for George Staley, who threw 6 1/3 innings in 2 outings, as the first pitch is missing in the dirt for ball 1. And a record of 0-1, gave up 11 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, an 8.84 ERA, a 2.21 whip. Batting average against a 367, but he came in and threw strikes. This will be fouled out of play. And the count's now 1-1.
Remember to return them foul balls to the concession stands for $1.
1-1 counts.
Courtesy of the Babel Kids.
Here to the number 3 hitter, make that the number 4 hitter. Third one in the inning, but cleanup hitter in the order, Gabe Waldner. 1-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Throw to second, bounces, 1 hop, gets passing through, but it'll just be a stolen base. Staying at second will be Bubba Peterson, as it counts now 2-1. And a stolen base for Peterson. Waldner's got him in scoring position. Well, a 2-1 count. I believe a 2-1 count. Might be 1-2. Staley will come set from the stretch. And here's the pitch. That one's flown down the right field line, and it is fouled, so there is at least 2 strikes, and Nolan Peterson will make his way out and maybe change up the signs a little bit. Looks like maybe Bubba Peterson had got the read of what sign it was, even though he'd been out there for only 1 pitch. Trying to peer in and get the sign, help out his batter at the plate. Here's the next pitch from Staley. This will be flown out towards right field. Zabel's got a long run for it. Foul territory. He dives for it. And he did not make the catch. It does land foul, but he could not make the diving catch down the right field line. And it will stay at least 2 strikes here. A long, long run for Zabel in the night sky with the sun has set here in Huron, and not quite complete night sky yet here at the Clock Field. Next pitch from Staley. That'll miss for a ball. I believe it's just now a 2-2 count. That pitch when the runner took off was still a strike. 2-2. There's a shot towards right center field, right field. That is going to be caught by Zabel. The throw back to second. They will double him off, and that will end the inning. Peterson was going to third, and Zabel made a shoestring catch and was able to easily flip it in to get the double play. And the Governors will get out of the inning. Second double play turn, non-conventional double plays they have turned in this ball game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. 5 completes here in Huron. It is a 4-0 lead for Pierre. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre. As we welcome you back here to the top of the 6th inning, Pierre Governors are on top 4-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. The way we're set up tonight, we've had the scoreboard move over to the right corner, and I'm so used to hitting the American Family one on the left side that it's going to cover the plate. Let's keep actually doing that on YouTube. But it is 7-8-9. Miles Doyle is still at the plate. Grayson Hunsley and then Spencer Easlin. Doyle's left standing at home plate after Limbach was thrown out trying to take third on a pitch in the dirt, as he'll wait on the first pitch and foul it straight back for strike one. Doyle is 1 for 2, reaching on an error on a great bunt that was as close to being a single as it could be, but he is 1 for 2 with that double. Been on base both times. And will miss low, and the count is now even at a ball and a strike here. Top of the 6, 7, 8, 9. Here for the Governors, leading 4-0 with a 3-run fourth inning. Biggest difference in this ball game. 1-1 pitch. That's a curveball that will drop in for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Here's a 1-2 from Peyton Bischoff. Line shot over the head of the second baseman and into right field for a base hit.
Sutton with a base hit.
Well, Sun and Shine actually is hitting for Miles Doyle. That is Sun and Shine's first hit of the ball game. Doyle was the DH, and because Twilliger came out, Sun and Shine came in to play left field. He is now in the batting order. So leadoff man on base to kick off the top of the 6th inning. And now here is Grayson Hunsley. 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out. First pitch, a check swing from Hunsley, and he will foul it over to the first base coaching box where Cody Sherrill will make the play. The SDSU legend. That counts 0-1. He told his good buddy Jared Fodness, coaching over at third base, he's still got the hands. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is over on the outside edge for a strike, and the count's now 0-2 here to Hunsley. Huron will have 5, 6, and 7 due up in the bottom of the 6th inning as we start to get late here in this ball game. The 0-2 pitch. Hunsley off the hands, but he's able to put it out towards left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Hunsley was able to muscle that off the hands and into left field for a single. And it's first and second now with nobody out. And Spencer Easlin, the number 9 hitter, has got a chance to maybe drive in a run. He's 0 for 1 so far. Walked in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. And now an opportunity to maybe drive in a run here with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. And we'll see here maybe if Easlin will be bunting or what they might do here in the number 9 spot. Stalley, the top of the order on deck. Easlin will show bunt. He'll pull it back. It's going to get to the backstop, so no need for the bunt to move him over, as both runners will move up 90 feet, and it's second and third with nobody out. And it's a chance now for Easlin to drive in 2 runs. Second and third, nobody out. Bischoff will work from the windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Easlin. Swing and a miss on the outside corner, and the count's now 1-1. Too far out in front of that pitch from Bischoff. Infield is in all the way around, knowing that they want to keep this a 4-0 deficit. 1-1 pitch. That one's taken on the outside corner and just a little bit farther out than what that first swing was at. Bischoff able to move the strike zone out just a little bit. Got the call, and the count's now 1-2. And he's trying to retire Easlin here with runners at second and third. The 1-2 pitch. That'll bounce in. Good take there from Easlin. Good block from the catcher in Feenstra. And there's now a 2-2 count to Easlin. In the top of the order, and George Stalley is due up next. Here's the 2-2 to Easlin. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout of Easland.
Spencer
Tried
goes
to
out
wait on
swinging
that
for the
curveball,
first out.
but just couldn't hold back enough. And now one down, and it's George Staley that will try and drive in his second run of the ball game. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Single to double so far. He can add to his RBI total and add to the lead for him on the mound. First pitch taken for strike one at the bottom of the zone. It's a big spot here for the Governors. Second and third with now one out, but had nobody out, and leading 4-0 at the top of the sixth. This is where you put the Huron Tigers away. This will miss low and away, and again a good block there from Feenstrup. So the count is a 1-1 count with one out, two on. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Bischoff. That is on the outside edge. That's taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Dawson Getz is on deck, and then it'll be Zabel, the number 3 hitter. Sunshine on at third. Hunsley at second. The 1-2 pitch. Staley, he did not swing. They will ask out at second. And the appeal says no swing, and the count is now 2-2. Would it be a different call if he's at first? Maybe, maybe not. But again, it's really hard to tell when you're out at second if he actually went or not. Deferred to no swing, and the count is now at 2-2. Bischoff will deliver the 2-2 pitch. Staley will take strike 3 on the outside edge. And back-to-back strikeouts
For the second out.
from Bischoff has made this second and third with nobody out to now second and third with 2 outs. And it's Dawson Getz, the hope for the Governors to try and drive in a couple runs. The momentum is starting to swing in Huron's favor. The first pitch to Dawson Getz, grounds that one, foul down the third base line. Sunshine moved out of the way, and he moved up towards the fair territory side, and obviously where that ball was going, he knew he wasn't going to get hit by it, but if you do get into fair territory and that ball would happen to ricochet back into fair territory, that would end the inning. The 0-1 pitch, that one is fouled back, and the count's now 0-2. If you stay in foul territory and it hits you, it's just a foul ball, and nothing happens. But if you're in fair territory down the third base line, well, a lot of times you get told to take the lead and kind of hook yourself around the bag to stay in foul territory. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Bischoff to Dawson Getz. Swing and a miss, and Bischoff will strike out the side after the first 2 runners reach base and get to second and third with nobody out. Governors fail to score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. And at the bottom of the 6th, it is 4-0 for Pierre still. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Lane Decker will lead off for the Huron Tigers as we welcome you back here to Clock Field as we are in the bottom of the 6th in a 4-0 lead for the Pierre Governors. Logan Lane Decker, Colby Hofer, and Kirsten Evans be the first 3 hitters as the first pitch will be fouled on the play from George Staley to Lane Decker. And by the reaction of the crowd, that was probably not good for a vehicle over on the first base side. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Always creates a little bit of a buzz whenever a car gets hit by a foul ball. Well, the count's 1-1 here to Landecker, who is 0 for 1. He walked and struck out swinging so far. That pitch will be outside. The count's now 2-1. George Staley trying to maybe get the last 9 outs, but there is a little bit of maybe activity starting to go down the right field bullpen for the Pierre Governors. There's a swing and a miss, and the count is now at 2-2. Staley looking for a strikeout here. Would be his first of the ball game, but instead it's missing low, and it's a full count. 3-2. Trying to retire the leadoff man. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Staley. And there's one down to open up the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will be Colby Hofer that will come to the plate.
Colby Hofer.
Hofer is 0 for 1. Actually, he's 0 for 0. He got hit by a pitch in his only pitch that he saw. And for the Governors, that's the first time they retired the leadoff man. 5 innings, and Hofer's hit by a pitch again.
Kobe's hit by a pitch.
Second time that he's been hit by a pitch in the 2 pitches that he has seen. So a runner on first now and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it'll bring up Carson Evans, who has walked both times he's come to the plate.
Number 9, Carson Evans.
2 hits so far for the Huron Tigers. And of the 5 innings, there's only been 1 hit to lead off an inning. Runner takes off right away. This will be fouled back and over the top of the press box. And the count is 0-1. A good jump there from Hofer at first base.
Watch for cars.
A little bit more of a buzz here with the bottom of the 6th right now. And again, that the Huron Tigers, who are able to get through the top of the 6th inning with runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Here's the 0-1 swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2 here to Carson Evans. It's created a little bit of excitement for the Huron fans here at Clock Field. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Staley. Swing and a miss, another strikeout, second strikeout here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Staley. That's 2 strikeouts in the ball game for Staley, and it's now Brady Feenstra, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking in his lone trip to the plate. First pitch fouls it straight back, and the count is 0-1. Top of the 7th will be 3, 4, and 5 here for the Governors. Zabel, Leinbach, and Peterson. Anybody reaches base, it'll be J.J. Buckles, and then back to Sonnenschein. It'll be the last, well, hopefully would be the last chance for the Governors to add on to their lead. They don't want to see more than 7 innings to be played. Staley will come set from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is now at 0-2.
We get some balls from the concession stand brought back down to the field. Balls from the concession stand back to the field.
0-2 counts, looking to retire the sign is Staley. He'll come set from the stretch and deliver the 0-2 pitch. That is upstairs, trying to get Feenstra to chase. It is now a 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Staley again comes set from the stretch, 1-2 pitch. Taken on the inside corner for strike 3. Staley will get 3 strikeouts in the inning and retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. To the 7th we go. The Pierre Governors lead at 4-0 over the Huron Tigers. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
3, 4, and 5 here for the Pierre Governors to open up the top of the 7th inning. And they are looking to add on to this 4-0 lead. Jet Zabel, Ridge Lineback, and Nolan Peterson. Anybody reaches base, it'll be J.J. Buckles. Governors with 4 runs on 7 hits so far in the ball game, where they have allowed no runs on 2 hits for the Huron Tigers. Huron with 3 errors, the Governors with 1 so far, and leaving men on base. It is 6 for the, make that 8 in total for the Huron Tigers, and for the Governors so far, 7 runs. There's 7 runners left on base. Here's Jet Zabel. He is 0 for 2 so far. Ground out victim twice to the second baseman, but he did score a run. An RBI ground out back in the first inning, which right now is the one that is holding up for the Governors, with an insurance run scored in the top of the 4th inning with that 3-run inning. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Zabel. That is on the Brittany Schuffelbein American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. There we go. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. Zabel is, again, 0 for 2 so far, looking for his first hits of the 7 so far that the Governors have had. A little bit of activity out in the right field bullpen. Not so much in the bullpen for the Governors. There's a swing and a miss as Zabel is well out in front, and the count's now 1-2. Shading Zabel to pull is the outfield, with the center fielder in Wentz shading over almost into right center field. 1-2 pitch will bounce in, and the count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, a reminder, coming up Friday, 4:45 is the pregame start. 5 o'clock first pitch out in Brandon, as the Governors will take on the Brandon Valley Lynx in a doubleheader. 2-2 pitch. Zabel will foul that one out of play, and it remains at 2-2.
Back to the concession stand for $1, courtesy of our foul ball sponsor.
Then on Saturday, it'll be 11:45 a.m. for the start of a doubleheader. Taking on the Jefferson Cavaliers at the Sanford Sports Complex in Sioux Falls. 2-2 pitch, Zabel will wave and miss and strike out.
Check goes down swinging for
And there is
out.
1 down here in the top of the 7th.
Brings up number 13, Ridge.
And it'll bring up Ridge Lineback. Lineback is 0 for 2. He drew a walk in the top of the 1st. Struck out in the 3rd, as well as also grounding into a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. First pitch is fouled straight back for strike 1. Huron in the bottom of the 7th, we'll have 9-1-2. CJ Gainey would lead things off for the Tigers in that bottom of the 7th inning. 0-1 pitch that is fouled off of Lineback, and the count is now at 0-2. Nolan Peterson, who's 2 for 3, he is on deck. J.J. Buckles will look to try and hit as well. He was 0 for 3 in the ball game, but he did drive in a run off reaching on an air. Lineback will foul that back to the netting. And we'll do it again here at 0-2. Bischoff trying to get through this 7th inning. He came in the top of the 4th with 2 outs. And even though he was greeted with a George Staley RBI double, has not allowed a run to score. Only run that did score while he was on the mound was an inherited runner. As Leinbach will rip that one down the third base line. That is fair. Leinbach will turn around first. He's hard on his way to second. The throw coming in. A little double clutch and standing up second at second. Standing up at second is Ridge Leinbach with a double. His first hit of the ball game. And he is now 1 for 3 so far today. And it brings up Nolan Peterson.
Nolan Peterson.
Of a courtesy runner, make the pinch runner. I believe Carson Stoscher's coming in. I think they're going to re-enter maybe Leinbach, but Carson Stoscher will be running for Ridge Leinbach. So Stoscher trying to represent another insurance run here for the Governors. Peterson's first pitch is a ground ball to the left side. It'll be fielded by the shortstop. Throw to third, and it is going to be in time to get Stoscher at third base. Coach Fondness was trying to lobby for Stoscher being safe.
Runners out of third.
But a strong throw from Peterson over to third. And there's now 2 down. It goes as a fielder's choice for Peterson. And 6-5 with Stoscher, and Kaiser will now run for Peterson. But Stoscher at second. He hesitated just a moment, but that ball to the left side of the infield, usually you wait unless it's kind of deep in the hole or just a little bit to you. If it's to your left, whatever it might be, even if it's right up the middle on the ground, you can take off for third. But if it's to your right, you usually want to wait. But Stoscher's speed almost got there. And if he didn't have that one split second of hesitation, he's probably safe at third base. And that one will bounce at the dirt in front of the plates. It was blocked up by the catcher in Feenstra, and Kaiser will stand up at second. So he is, again, representing another insurance run with J.J. Buckles up at the plate, who is 0 for 3. Reaching on an error back in the top of the 4th inning. Part of that 3-run 4th inning. A 1-0 pitch. Buckles with a line shot into left field, sinking, diving, and making a catch out in left field is Leindecker. And that will retire the side here in the top of the 7th, and a little bit of momentum grabbed again by the Huron Tigers as they come to the plates. Last chance for the Tigers, 4-0 lead for Pierre. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
So George Staley will try and finish it out here for the Governors as they lead it 4-0 on the American Family Insurance and Brittany Shufflebind scoreboard.
Number 8,
Ridge Leinbach is back in the ball game as he will get back over at third base as the first pitch from George Staley will come in for strike one. C.J. Gainey leading things off. He'll be followed by Trace Wentz and Bubba Peterson. Anybody reaches base, and for Huron, they have to have people reach base. Peyton Bischoff then would follow, the number 3 hitter in the order. A 1 pitch is skied out towards right field. Jet Zabel is camped underneath it. Takes a couple steps back. And the leadoff man is retired to kick off the bottom of the 7th. And here is Trace Wentz. So big first out to open up the bottom of the 7th with the Governors trying to close this out here at Clock Field. 4 runs for the Governors on 8 hits in total. No runs on 2 hits for the Huron Tigers. That one's off the end of the bat, cued off the end of the bat. And it will stop halfway up the first baseline, not even halfway up the first baseline. The count's 0-1. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Governors trying to close out their 5th win of the season. Ground ball to the left side. Getz will field it short. His throw is low. It is dug out by Buckholz at first base. And a nice play from Buckholz over at first. And the Governors are quickly 1 out away from finishing out this win over the Huron Tigers. And so now it's Bubba Peterson. He represents the last gasp for the Tigers. 1 for 3 so far is Peterson, singling back in the bottom of the 5th, but was doubled off. 2 different double plays for the Governors. A strike him out, throw him out, and then doubling off the runner at second. After Zabel caught a fly ball out in right field, the first pitch will miss just low for ball 1. Staley trying to get the last 9 outs of this ball game. Came in with a 4-0 lead. Cooper Twilliger went 4 innings of shutout baseball, allowing just 1 hit. Bubba Peterson has got the only hit against Staley so far in his 2 2/3 innings. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That'll miss low, and the count's now 3-0. Again, everybody now here for Huron has to reach base and has to score. The rest of the order has to come up to the plate, reach base, and score. It's a 4-pitch walk that will allow the game to continue. There's still 2 outs, and the Governors, with now Peyton Bischoff to the plate, who is 0 for 3. Important to keep firing strikes if you're Staley. It's okay if you give a couple hits, just no more walks the rest of the way here. First pitch from Staley. That one's taken for a strike, and the count's 0-1. The Governors are trying to get to 5-2 before taking on Brandon Valley on Friday, Jefferson on Saturday. And the road stretch is just about over with. That one's up high for a ball. Because we'll get home next Friday, and then we'll be back on the road for 4 more games on a Monday and Friday of Mitchell and Brookings to bookend the week, but also the end of the road schedule. Everything else will be at home the rest of the way. That pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1 to Peyton Bischoff. And with the way the new format is for playoffs, you don't even really have to be what you don't have. Obviously, you don't have to be one of the top 4 teams. You be one of the top 8 teams, and you have to be at home for the playoff series. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one is fouled out of play. Now the Governors are a strike away from finishing out this ball game.
The Babel kids.
1 strike away from finishing it out here. And picking up a 5-2 record. Staley will look Pierre in for the sign. He will come set and deliver the 2-2 pitch. That will miss low. Peterson was able to block it up. 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner will take off for seconds on the pitch. Even though his run right now doesn't matter, but for Huron, obviously you don't want to get thrown out if you're Bubba Peterson over at first base by any means. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Staley to Bischoff. That is popped up right side, foul territory in that long run. It will land in spacious foul territory here at Clock Field. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. Again, a strike away for the Governors. Close out the win. JV won earlier today. The 10-run rule victory in 5 innings. And now the Governors are trying, the Governor varsity team, trying to finish off a day sweep of the Huron Tigers. Staley comes set again. Here's a payoff pitch. As he'll kick and deal. Upstairs for ball 4. And it's now first and second.
Draws a walk. Brings up
With
third
2 on.
Number 14.
And it's Gabe Waldner. But first, it'll be Cody Sherrill that will come out and have a conversation with George Staley. And again, you're closing in on the tying run coming to the plate, but he's not up to the plate yet. And strikes are important here in the bottom of the 7th inning. You got to find the strike zone to finish off this game against the Huron Tigers. A 4-run lead, yes, it's not insurmountable, especially at this point with 2 guys on base. And they'll keep filling up the bases as long as the out is not committed for the Governors. The Tigers are trying to climb back here in the bottom of the 7th. Gabe Waldner is 1 for 3. He singled back in the 1st inning, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and flew out to the right fielder in the 5th. First pitch, line shot into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. A run will try and come in to score. Buckles will throw to the plate. It is a run that does score, and the tying run will come to the plate.
Gabe Waldner with a base hit.
As Waldner makes it 4-1. So now the tying run is on the plate, an RBI single. And Leindecker now to the plate. 2 outs, runners at 1st and 2nd. 4-1 our score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. Leindecker's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch is at the top of the zone for strike 1. It's game 1 minute away from the 2-hour mark as we close in at 9 o'clock. The 0-1 from Stalley. This will be popped foul out of play. Now the Governors again 1 strike away from finishing off this ball game.
Turn that foul ball for a buck.
Gotten a little bit more intense than what the Governors would have liked here in this 7th inning. Tying run does stand the plate. Leindecker's down though, 0-2 in the count. Stalley trying to strike him out for the 3rd time in the ball game. 0-2 pitch. That is outside, and the count's now 1-2. On deck would be Colby Hofer, who's been hit by a pitch both times he's come to the plate. Runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. 1-2 pitch from Stalley. This is popped foul. That will get out of play and over the back and off the top of the concession stand. And the count remains at 1-2. First and 2nd, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Stalley trying to close this out. He'll come set from the stretch. Kicks, delivers, misses low. Peterson, the runner takes off for 3rd. The throw to 3rd, and it will get into left field. Another run will try and score. The throw coming home. It'll be not in time, and it's now 4-2.
Bishop comes around and scores.
And a runner at 2nd.
Waldner over to 2nd.
So it will be an error charge to Peterson on the throw. That will score the run. 2nd error from the Governors here in the ball game, and again, it's not so much that it's a 4-2 ball game that the tying runs at the plate. You're still okay right now, but things have gotten a little bit more intense. 2-2 the count. Stalley will come 7 from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. That is fouled back. We stay alive. We do it again at 2-2. Tigers are not going away quietly. 2 runs here in the 7th inning. 3rd is in scoring position. Tying run at the plate. Colby Hofer represents the winning run for Huron on deck. 2-2 pitch again. This will be flown out to center field. Backing up is the center fielder Easland. Still going back, and he cannot make the catch. The tying run is now into 2nd.
Logan with an RBI.
And it's a 4-3 ball game. As Easland got burned out in center field, and now all of a sudden a base hit ties the ball game up.
Brings up number 5. Colby.
And Colby Hofer, who has been hit both times he's come to the plate, represents the winning run. An air charge to Eastland. And it's Hofer who will try and swing the bat for the first time today, even though it's his third trip to the plate. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Now things, again, the intensity ramps up just a little bit more, and things are starting to unravel a little bit here for the Governors in the bottom of the seventh. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Staley again trying to close this out here. Runner on second, that is the tying run. Leindecker stands 2 bases away from tying this game up. A base hit from Hofer does tie the game up. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. And a chance here for Staley to get the final strike. Third time now. It's the final strike for the Governors. And as we pass 9 o'clock at KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station, it's a chance for the Governors to win it a third time. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And there is your ball game. George Staley will get the strikeout to finish off the game and win it for the Governors. 3-run score on just one hit in the inning. 1 error, make that 2 errors in the inning, and 1 man left on base. 4-3 our final. We come back to wrap it up after this in 2 minutes here on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
As we welcome you back here, it is the Pierre Governors that win it over the Huron Tigers in a 4-3 victory. A game that took 2 hours and 3 minutes. It was 3 runs in the bottom of the seventh on just 1 hit and 2 errors from the Governors that gave Huron the chance with the tying run at second base and a chance to win the ball game. They did leave 9 men on base of the Huron Tigers. Governors finished with 4 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, and 8 men left on base. Nolan Peterson had 2 of those 8 hits, with RBIs coming from Jed Zabel, George Staley, and then also an RBI from Grayson Hunsley. Staley, which made it 4-0. That is the difference in the ballgame, and he was able to close out, get the final 9 outs in the ballgame, the final 3 innings of work as Cooper Twilliger will pick up the win on the mound, going 4 innings, not allowing a run. And Staley, with those 3 runs scored in the 7th inning, still is able to finish out the ballgame, and the Governors will go to 5-2 on the season. Huron now 0-5 on the year, but they were closing in on that first win as we are through the first 7 games of the year. The Governors will be on the road against Brandon Valley on Friday, and then at Sioux Falls Jefferson on Saturday. All 4 of those games will be on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. I want to say thanks to Jen Hanna back at the station. John Wakely here signing off. Governors win it 4-3 in a close one, but get the 4-3 win as we say so long from Huron.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Baseball is brought to you in part by Bank West, Beck Motors, Avera, Todd's Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, and Stulkin Peterson, Walti and Jones LLP. And by American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Yay Gare, May Adam, Wegner Auto, Comtech, Gales Gas, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, and AGE Corporation. Pierre Governor Baseball is also brought to you by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, True Green Chemlawn, Nystrom Electric, Fisher Rounds, Faith Lutheran Church, and CHS River Plains. And by Lamb Motors, First Dakota National Bank, Edward Jones Financial, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. Join us all season here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports for more Pierre Governor Baseball. This has been a